Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. In today's video, we have landed on Ragnaros in our A through Z playthrough. I am a firm believer that Ragnaros is one of the most well-designed characters in the game. I hold him to a very similar, regard as I do to Jaina. I think Jaina is extremely well-designed. She has a variety of builds that she can go, and they all feel impactful, and Ragnaros is very much the same. It's interesting that they're both polar opposites in character design, one being a frost mage and the other being the Lord of Fire. But he has honestly been nerfed a lot since he was released into the game. He was announced at BlizzCon 2016, and when he was added, Sulfurous Hungers was the way to go, and you would build for Q damage all the way down and just try to deal as much auto attack damage as possible. That was a little overtuned, and they put it back into place. But since release, people have been playing Meatball builds. In fact, Meatball build was my favorite build for Ragnaros for quite some time. He kind of turns this melee assassin into like a medium-range mage all of a sudden, where he's sitting back and dealing potential AoE damage to an enemy team if you can control the Meatball properly. And since he was released, people have been playing the E build as well, which is AoE around Ragnaros that allow him to just dive after enemy combatants and deal AoE damage around him. Each playstyle feels distinctly different. Each playstyle is effective, and they all seem to be rewarding, at least if you ask me. Ragnaros is a character that I think others should be designed around. He has multiple build paths that he can go. He can also do hybrid builds, and I really can't say enough good things about the character. But holy shit, when he was added into the game, he was busted strong. Now I think he's pretty balanced and a pretty fun character to pick up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in the Tower of Doom. Generally speaking, I would say this is probably the weakest map for Ragnaros. Pretty much eliminates the need of using Lava Wave because you don't really push waves on this map in most circumstances. And his Molten Core is, well, I guess it is kind of impactful. We can use it to poke at people that are maybe taking this top left camp and half of the bottom and middle ones. So I take it back. His trade is going to be pretty good here. If you've never seen Ragnaros before, his Q ability is called Empower Sulfurous. This is a auto attack reset that I believe deals magic damage. I think there was some talk about this changing recently. This does heal Ragnaros for 20% of the damage that he deals. So the Q build for Ragnaros allows him to heal for more with that ability. Wow, that's a dead Valeera right there, boys. Wow. The friendly team, by the way, Ragnaros, Li Ming, Abathur, Malthael, and Zeratul. The enemy team, Valeera, Abathur, Lunara, the Butcher, and Sergeant Hammer. Definitely a weird composition here today, boys. Our W ability is the Meatball, also known as Living Meteor, and this is a skill shot that lands on the point of impact and then rolls to the further end of the skill. So you can drop it on the front of a minion wave, have it roll all the way to the back, use your Q, use your E, and clear the lane extremely quickly like that. And you guys know how I feel about characters that have lane clear. Feels really good, man. Now that I have a little bit of downtime, I can actually rotate up to middle lane and see if I can help out up here in any capacity. Although it does look like the majority of the fun has already been had. We still got a kill on Valeera somehow. But again, I can just rotate in, clear the lane, rotate back to my lane. Like, I don't have a care in the world. Ragnaros trying to keep up with us. She is dealing some damage to our Malthael right now, but he should be totally fine. She does have the top hat from Abathur, making her a little bit more tanky than she would be otherwise. But he should still be fine. The first objective is popping up right now. Our E ability is called Blast Wave. And I used to scoff at E build players, but I think it's my favorite way to play Ragnaros right now. It just seems so intuitive. And I'm a big man. I'm a grown-ass man, and I will eat my words. E-build is pretty good. It has changed a little bit. I do believe that our level 1 talent used to give us cooldown reduction on our E ability, and that's no longer the case. Let's just try to zone these people back here while he's capping that. Looks like we'll be able to get it no problem. But Li Ming was not able to interrupt that, even though she could fire over the wall. We are going to go for a Blast Wave slow at level 4. This is going to allow us to engage on our adversaries a little bit harder. Let's come up here for the team fight. Look at that burst damage! Look at that burst damage! That's what happens when you hit a Brawler with everything that you have in your kit. Zeratul diving in way too deep is going to be taken down by the Abathur Butcher combo. Our team is a little overzealous at times and a little underzealous at others, but I think we can make this work. Saturday morning HotS is giving me weird comps today, man. Really weird. Let's see if we can push through the wall here in the middle lane. Again, the idea with our E ability is that it kind of takes some time to start, or our W ability, the Meteor, takes some time to get going. So you want to drop it where you want the most damage to happen. So when a minion wave is approaching you, you drop the W on the warriors in the front so it spins in place and deals extra damage. When you're attacking buildings, you want to drop the Meteor right on the building because it'll spin in place and deal extra damage. Yeah, I really do enjoy Ragnaros. He's quite fun. I don't know how much I'll be able to show off in this game. You're kind of limited with what you can do on this map, I feel like. We can't go for any crazy core pushes or anything like that, but just his ability to clear lanes is something that's powerful on an assassin to have because he has great team fight potential and he also has great just XP and split pushing potential. He's able to, at level 10, pick an ability, if he wanted to, Lava Wave, that can literally keep your team in the game from across the map if you're on a big map that is getting pushed. You can simply use Lava Wave to farm monumentous amounts of XP throughout the course of the game, and that adds up over time. When I first saw Lava Wave, I thought it was busted. I thought it was really overpowered. But then everyone jumped on board with Sulfurous Smash because it's the team fight ability, which is fine. Team fighting is important. But don't understate the amount of XP that you can give your team, and don't understate how important XP is. It's one of the most important things that win games. Dude, Brawler having a hard time engaging on our team today. She's going to be taken down. We don't see the enemy team's Butcher right now. Sergeant Hammer a little late to this fight as well, and it looks like we're going to be able to pick that up no problem. The easiest thing for us to do right now is simply rotate over to this mercenary camp, take this over, hopefully with the help of our team, but as of right now, it's looking like it's only me. Malthael is rotating in right now. After this, I do want to go back to the base and just kind of heal up a little bit. The other cool thing about your E ability is it doesn't have to be used specifically on you. You can actually give your E ability to other players. So you can slow down the enemy team with your E ability without necessarily being right there. This makes this build great for strong frontline teams, especially with hard engaged characters like potentially a Diablo or a Garrosh, someone that's going to be chasing after enemies and killing them that way. This enables characters like that even more than their kit already does. Looks like we're having a little bit of a hard time down in the bottom lane. Li Ming is being taken down. I'm just going to focus on the fundamentals and keep gathering XP wherever I can. I know Abathur's up here doing some stuff, but there's no reason we can't come do some stuff too. Also, if I showed up to this fight right now, I would simply be late and die, so rotating down there doesn't make too much sense for me. But we can at least push this top lane into the tower, pick up our heroic ability. I'm going to go for a Sulfurous Smash here. It's going to have two circles. There's an inner circle and an outer circle of Sulfurous Smash. And if we hit someone with the middle circle, it is going to stun them. If we hit someone with the outer circle, it's just going to deal damage. And I believe the center circle also deals more damage. Yeah, significantly more. So 300 basically for the outer circle, 900, rounding up a little bit, for the inner. So it is important that we land that relatively well. This, once again, is great for team fights, especially if you have some hard lockdowns, some stuns from Uther, ETC, Diablo pushing someone into walls. All great enablers for this ability. Let's clear the lane really quick. Yeah, we just kind of overextended into this team. That was just the copy of Li Ming that died there, but our actual Malthael is dead. Overreacting with that ult, 100%, but we were able to pick up a couple kills there. Looks like we're going to be able to gather this shrine up no problem as well, so this game is dead even versus his enemy team. I probably should have helped out instead of clearing the wave. I just like to stay on top of that with Ragnaros. I think one of his strengths is his ability to affect the map in every way, and I want to make sure that I'm not focusing on one aspect of my gameplay more so than another aspect. I do know I have a trait, although we haven't used it yet. It is Molten Core and allows us to take over a friendly building, a friendly fort, or an enemy fort or keep that has been destroyed. And it's a very, very powerful ability. Again, its use is kind of limited on this map simply because the enemy team will likely not be fighting us under that building very often. But still a very, very strong ability nonetheless. It does appear that the enemy team is getting this camp over here, but it looks like I'm going to have to disengage just a little bit. Let's go ahead and give our E to... Look at that! Oh! Wow! Yo, I'm here to team fight. Yo, I'm here to die, I guess. I'm trying to disengage. We can hop into Molten Core here and potentially help out with this team fight, though. Let's just go ahead and do it. Why not? We haven't used it yet. I got to show you some things. So our E ability is... Well, this is fucking underwhelming. Our E ability is a bomb. Our W ability is like a trail of explosions. And then our Q is a cleave in front of us. I was really hoping to be a little bit more impactful with this. That is disappointing. You have a set amount of time that you can be in Molten Core, but if the enemy team does focus the building that you take over, the building that you become, your health bar will be depleted and you will not be able to remain as a building for very long. The enemy team's Lunara is going to be taken down. We're getting focused pretty hard here, boys. Trying to use the meteor just to... Oh, shit. I have to walk into a Valera. Oh, shit. Oh, go! Go! Flee! Hey, that worked out. We don't have a sippy cup, so it looks like I'm going to be sitting this altercation out. Abathur can fucking come over here and just slap me on the enemy team if he wanted to. At level 13, we are going to be picking up the Tempered Flame. Blast Wave damage gives shields. When Blast Wave damages an enemy hero, gain a shield equal to 100% of the damage dealt for 3 seconds. Now, I'm not sure if we can give allies this shield because at this point in the game, I'm not going to lie, I mostly just cast this on me over and over and over because it's extremely powerful. The enemy team got down? Are you fucking kidding? Yo, I 100%, we had that in the bag. Half the fucking team was dead. How did that happen? How did that happen? Well, we can push this down, no problem, right? We can at least do that. So let's get our team organized and move in here for the kill. Again, we want to drop the meteor so it rolls in place on the building for as long as possible. Is it versus heroes that it gives the shield? Yeah, only heroes. I was trying to test it out with our... this is risky. Risky as fuck. This is how you throw games, boys. All right, let's go. If that's what the team wants to do, that's what the team wants to do. We do have Sulfurious Smash, which can do a lot of damage if the enemy team decides that they want to jump in on this point, but it looks like we're going to get this no problem. And then I'm just going to go clear the top lane to make sure we stay ahead on XP. Beautiful. We'll grab this Regen Globe, and then we will pick up the Sippy Cup as well, just to make sure we're at 100% capacity. The enemy team did retake that middle fort, so I guess we did have a little bit of a distraction there waiting for him. I really do enjoy playing Ragnaros. I need to play it more often. We are going to go for Blast Echo here at level 16. A second Blast Wave is created after the first. This doubles the potential of this ability and allows us to go in so hard because every time this blows up, we're generating a shield. And this means we can give our Blast Wave to a friendly member of our team and then immediately have a Blast Wave ready for ourselves. So for instance, we're chasing this Valera down. Now she's slowed. Now I'm moving faster. Now she's unrevealable because she's a fun, balanced character. We do need to reposition here, though. I think I have to go back in. Maybe not. So with this particular build, we have a lot of shielding from our E ability, healing from our Q ability. We have a stun with our R that is very powerful. At level 20, we can pick up another heal that puts us in a stasis to dodge the Butcher engage. Like, we have a lot of great survivability options with this particular build. And for a melee assassin, that's something that I think is pretty important. Looks like our team's starting to pull ahead in a big way here. That was a waste. But let's see if we can deal some damage to the enemy team Sergeant Hammer there. The Butcher and Valera and Abathur do finish off our Malthael. But we are still delaying this, at least for the time being. Nope. Way overcommitted to this, boys. Way overcommitted to that, boys. My meteor was coming off cooldown and I wanted to be able to interrupt it, but I was just a little too late there. Now, normally, what you can use the Ragnaros trait for is like delaying things like that, but because this wasn't our building, I wasn't able to use my trait to poke at this. If that was located over on the left side here, that would have been okay. I did totally leave that guy hanging, but best case scenario, even if I did engage in that fight that I believe Malthael died in, that would have been a 2v4. So not a very good situation to be in regardless, even if I did see the fight happening. But yeah, I totally ignored him on accident. Felt bad. The enemy team is starting to fall behind on their core health. I like how the butcher's name is Super Nice Guy. That's funny. That's good. The enemy team is taking their mercenary camp down to the bottom lane. Looks like Li Ming's doing a little bit of a dance up top, deciding whether or not she wants to take that over, and it looks like she is engaging. So Fury Smash is off cooldown, only an 80-second cooldown on this thing, so it's ready for all of your team fighting needs all of the time. Looks like we're about to have a pretty big engagement here, so I'm going to use my sippy cup, walk right into this lane and try to kill it off. I wasn't able to get those sappers, but we do have a mule on our building, keeping it alive. I'm amazed the enemy team didn't pressure that harder. Here, I'm going in on Valeera. We can just stand on her cloud and give ourselves health. Malthael re-engaging here. We can give... let's just kill her with meteor. I was gonna say we can give him some movement speed. Let's stun this butcher here with our Sulfurous Smash, taking him into the fucking ground. Look at that damage. We knew the butcher wasn't going to be moving, so we were able to take advantage of that with that stun and deal quite a lot of damage. Grab that regen globe, and then I think I'll be repositioning over here. 3 members of the enemy team are dead. Only Sergeant Hammer and Abathur remain, but that, of course, means that there's 2 Sergeant Hammers running at us right now, and it looks like we're going to be able to pick up that kill as well. We should get this building first. Oh, never mind. Bad call, actually, because they would have respawned pretty quickly. So I'm gonna sit here and try to wait for this enemy team to engage. Was that a bot Malthael making those plays? Are they not gonna take the tunnel? It's actually pretty smart. I just expected them to take the tunnel. Huh. So just a small tip for your Q ability, make sure that you auto attack first and then Q after, because it gives you double damage basically. You auto attack and then get another auto attack. And also remember that it does splash damage, so I should be hitting like the backline archers or something to get the most healing out of this. In that last minion wave, I actually messed up on that a little bit. We didn't get as much healing as we could have. But when you start to put all these pieces together, what you'll find is that Ragnaros is incredibly self-sufficient. He has team utility, he has wave clear, he has team fight, damage. Just fantastic character. Again, I cannot sing his praises enough. At level 20, I am going to go for Submerge. This is an activatable that's going to be on our 1 key that allows us to dive underground and heal. This is going to be really good versus the Butcher because it also kind of works like Ice Block does. So if the Butcher decides that he wants to charge in on us, we're actually going to be able to use Submerge to dive under the ground. Or, you know, if we're taking a little bit too much damage from anything, really. It doesn't just have to be the Butcher. We could dive under the ground right now and heal up for a pretty decent amount of health before we re-engage and do something else. It does look like the enemy team is pushing us out of middle here. Maybe it's a good idea to run up top and grab that camp or something. They kind of don't have much pressure on them right now, and they're going to be able to relocate here, no problem. Valeera did walk into the wrong neighborhood, though, and she is going to be chased down by everyone on the friendly team. Let's go ahead and give our sulfurous, or shield, excuse me, to our Malthael player. Try to deal as much damage to this Butcher as we can. Catch the Sergeant Hammer with the meteor as she was running through a small corridor. And now we're in a great position to rush the core. Oh, wait. Can't do that on this map. We do have a little bit of downtime, so I am going to rotate middle. Our friendly team should be completely 100% A-okay with getting that objective. And I'm going to try to get this building while they're doing that. All of the ammunition is out of this building right now, so we should be able to take it no problem. I can then rotate top as well and get that. I think they're channeling right now. Yes, they are. So that's going to be 5 damage to the enemy team's core. And we can rotate up here. I won't take too much damage here, boys. Let's let the wave group up. All right, waiting for the next one. The Butcher is respawning in 8 seconds, but we do have our Burrow to dodge his charge if we need to. So I'm just moving in, team. Gonna try to focus this down. Oh, they're doing boss. That's a better idea. Duh. All right. GG. Boss was a much better idea. Why didn't I think of that? I'm so fucking out of it. God, I can't wait to start feeling better, team. By the way, by the time you see this, I'm probably feeling fine. I am recording a lot of these ahead of time, just to make sure that we don't miss any more days. I want a consistent release schedule, boys. I'm trying so hard for it. MVP is achieved. Feels good, man. Feels real good, man. I'll vote for Abathur, though. He was actually doing a great job. Very understated Abathur player, but was doing a lot of really good work in that game. If you would like, what is that? Stained glass Dragon Knight portrait. Thanks. If you would like to play along at home, remember, there are a ton of viable builds for Ragnaros. The one I used in today's video, Engulfing Flame, Slow Burn, Blistering Attack, Sulfurous Smash, Tempered Flame, Blast Echo, and Submerged. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the sub button, hit the thumbs up as well, and I will see you all next time.